Hi guys, Cancerians, welcome back. I decided I would go live for yours. I'm sorry that it's been so long. I always try to do more videos and it seems like every week there is something that throws me off my game right now. It's been a struggle to be able to do what I wanted to do this week because there have been irrigation issues. If you have ever dealt with canals and irrigation, you understand when there is a problem with your pipes, you've got to clean up those irrigation pipes. So in fact, it's not quite done. I've got work to do out there today, but and if you see that I'm all beat up on arms and painted and scratches, and yeah, it's because I am. It's been intense lately, but thanks for your patience. So let's begin our story, shall we? We have Voyage. Now, with this backdrop, with the sailing ship in the sky, to me, this is all about what are someone's wishes and how are those wishes actually kind of like starting to take shape in someone's life. And the fact that somebody's wish is to have a voyage, but you notice that not a typical one. We've got these, ocean creatures. Is that a sperm whale, a gray whale, who wants to be able to fly. They don't just want to glide through the water. This is a voyage where it's like, I want to change something. I want to traverse some space that I'm not even accustomed to being able to travel through. So somebody's got bigger dreams, bigger wishes. I feel like someone is really, they're aiming for the stars. I like the fact that this is it's a big change that our character seems to be hungry for. The Lovers, very nice. The Wheel of Fortune, kind of a little bit of a tilted angle, and the Devil. I think, to put this simply, this is out of character for our Cancerian's energy. Just like it would be out of character to see a whale flying. However, because it is out of character, this is almost like, the things that make us change. And suddenly, if we've been more like relaxed and passive, and then one day we go, screw that. I don't want to be relaxed and passive. I want to go ahead and say, no, I want that for me. Thank you very much. Nope. I know I'm very generous. I know I'm very giving, but this is mine. And I think it could be like, whoa, Cancerian, where did this spicy side come from? And that's exactly what I think it is. I think this is a spicy side of Cancerian. This could be, they suddenly are, okay. So the word sex kitten comes to mind right now. Someone who typically is very like subdued, maybe very, they don't come across as somebody who's like out there being super alluring and reeling people in with their ease of flirtatiousness. Well, guess what? Just because they haven't done it doesn't mean that they don't have that ability. But I think it's the first time, maybe in a long time, that they are showing that side of themselves. This could be the person who normally, comes to the company barbecue every year and, just like whatever, I'm going to call them like khaki pedal pushers or something. And instead this year they're in Daisy Dukes. This year they show up and they are head turn. It's like, holy smokes, I didn't know you had legs like that. You never showed those legs before. You never swaggered on in. You never revealed that spicier side before. This Cancerian, maybe somebody's got great legs, by the way. It's summertime. Show those legs. Whatever this is, somebody is showing their best attributes. They want to attract a lover. And I'm not saying romantic partner, I'm saying a lover. Spicy. This is a big change for them. They even, and I know the Devil card is always, seen in a bad light. I disagree. I think it can just be passion. It can be a Capricorn. That certainly isn't anything wicked. But I feel like, especially because we have a positive energy here of things moving in somebody's favor and there being passion, I wonder if Cancerian's new look, new attitude, new spicy kind of come hither kind of attitude is going to kind of turn a lot of people on. They might suddenly flick on that switch in more than one person's mind, and Cancerian is like, yeah, I'm ready for people to see me as sexy. I know I haven't shown it before. I know I haven't, like this is the dude who's super ripped, but nobody knew it. And one day, at a public pool, they take off their shirt and dive in and everybody's like, whoa, it's like, it's that kind of energy here. I'm not saying this has to be physical attributes. We can be smoky and sexy just with a simple, like energetic shift. And that's what I would say this is. The Cancerian is no longer hiding their attractiveness. Cancerian's always been really attractive. They just don't always turn on the, like I say, the come hither, the allure, the I'm sexy and I know it, clap my hands kind of attitude. They got it going on and they're not hiding that anymore. And when they choose to show that, they're a head turner. For whatever reason, this Cancerian has made a decision that they want to be pursued. Maybe somebody ticked them off. Maybe somebody made them feel like, sometimes those subtle barbs and insults where somebody's like, oh, well, you look so cute. Like, like a mom or a school teacher. And they're like, apparently it's time I put my sexy on, because somebody's got me all kinds of wrong. And I know a mild insult when I hear one. So let me show you what I'm really looking like. Let me show you what I'm really made of. It kind of feels like that to me. Like this Cancerian it's their subtle clapback where it's like, really? You thought I didn't turn heads? Let me show you the real me. We've never had a storytelling quite like this for Cancerian. This is like our little crab is coming out of their shell and they're like, listen, darling, if I want to be alluring, I can. Just because I don't typically doesn't mean that I can't. It just means I walk in my own energy whenever and however I feel. And right now I feel like being fly. I feel like being sexy. This devil card to me could represent someone who is suddenly becoming jealous of how much Cancerian is going to be turning heads, or it could be people that are attracted to the Cancerian, and it can be the little simmering, smoldering energy that the Cancerian is just kind of like exuding right now. There is something going on. I want to say they are smoking and smoky in their energy. Hey, Melissa. Hi, Carissa. Good to see you. We've got a page of materials. There are more offers coming in to Cancerian, and this could be something simple. I'm picturing this is almost like Cancerian attends some particular event and everybody's like jaw drops, like, oh my God, I had no idea you looked that good. And now people walk up and they want to hold the door for Cancerian. They want to walk up and get Cancerian a drink. Whatever this is, these are like those little offers that show. It's like somebody coming up and giving somebody a single rose and being like, just because you're gorgeous, just because, oh, wow, you look so good. There's this energy of Cancerian is having some people approach them all of a sudden. Brad Caff, thank you so much. You're so awesome, Brad. Thank you. Is this the tea? Right on. Shine bright, my friend. Shine bright. Thank you. That's really sweet and generous. I feel like people are approaching this Cancerian, and it's with, you notice how romance is the primary purpose, right? This doesn't mean Cancerian is saying yes to just everybody who kind of like, this is so weird, but I'm picturing like zombies, like, brains, they're coming for Cancerian. But in this case, it's like, you're pretty, I want to come near you. It's that kind of vibe. Like the effect Cancerian is having on others right now is a little bit intoxicating. It is drawing people to them that normally wouldn't necessarily be bold enough to come up and like want to like be around Cancerian's energy. They may not even fully understand why are they so drawn to Cancerian. We got a 5 of materials. This is the 5 of Pentacles, but this is the opposite side of it. So we've come through a time where I think Cancerian was like, the only reason I wasn't out there strutting my stuff before is because I didn't want anybody for a while. Yes, I was alone. That was by design. Now I've come out the other side of that. And I kind of keep feeling like somebody got shook. They were annoyed by what someone said to them. And they thought, you know what? I think I've hidden myself away long enough. Thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead and let people see what it is I've been hiding. I've been hiding my sexiness, and I'm bringing it out to into the sunlight. We got the Death card. We got the 2 of materials. I got to say, the only way I keep looking at this is our Cancerian goes from having no suitors, no romantic partners, to getting irritated enough to say, why am I, somebody's totally got the wrong idea of me also. People have put me in this little box that I'm some mousy this or that. No, I'm not. I'm going to let myself shine. I'm going to go ahead and put my sexy on. I'm going to let people come toward me. I'm going to let the haters hate. And as I make this change, now I went from no suitors to there's at least 2 that I'm going to not juggle. This is not like a get back, like, oh, I didn't let anybody date me and now I'm going to keep two people on a string. It's not like that. It's just that I think there's going to be two very viable dating options when first there was none. Now there's it's plentiful. And they're only holding two roses, but you notice the roses are falling from the sky. I gotta say, this Cancerian has just made I'm picturing a race car driver who's just shifted into fifth gear. People didn't know just what speed our character can go at. People didn't know that about our Cancerian because they were just kind of cruising up until now. They're not cruising anymore. Things are getting real. Things are getting more serious. Cancerian suddenly is extremely sought after. There's at least two romantic relationships that they're considering all of a sudden. We have all aboard. Oh my God. And you notice how different deck, different artists, but you notice how we have that tunnel, very similar for me to that Five of Pentacles that we saw. There's an element here where it's like, yep, I know at one point in time, I kept myself out of reach of everyone. And now guess what? I am flirting and interacting with everybody. I keep picturing that it's somebody who goes to a particular event. Like I say, I don't know if it's a work barbecue, if it's some kind of something that where they're around multiple people, because multiple people are coming up to approach our Cancerian and they are willing to consider. It's like people are coming up to say, I'm interested in you, Cancer. This is what I bring to the table. And Cancerian is like, okay, thank you. Next interviewee. It's like all aboard is like, come one, come all. I'm interviewing. I'm up for grabs again. I'm out in the dating world again. I'm single, I'm sexy, and I'm ready to mingle. Come one, come all, and I'll consider the option that you are bringing to me. I think this is a really big change. I want to go back to that Devil card just for a moment because I'm wondering if we do have someone who's going to be quite jealous of how easy it is for Cancerian to gain that attention. We have a Knight of Coins. This could be someone, if they're jealous of Cancerian, it could be because they wish that Cancerian was still. They already know that Cancerian can turn heads, but they were hoping Cancerian would keep a low profile for a much longer time. This could be someone who's like, I just don't want you to be my competitor because I used to be the hottest thing and now here you are shining again. Crap. Now everybody's going to want you and they're not going to notice me as much. I wanted you to keep a low profile for a longer period of time. This could be someone who views themselves as a competitor for Cancerian because that's kind of a low self-esteem thing. If somebody is like, oh, great, now that you identify as single again and you're putting yourself out there and you're looking sexy, now nobody's going to notice me. And I secretly wanted you to stay small. I didn't want you to be who you really are. I wanted you to kind of like mask yourself and hide yourself away. That's not a great look for anybody to want someone else to not, quote unquote, be their competitor, because nobody's a competitor for anybody, right? We're all our own selves. Cancerian is not going to be a contester for this other person, whomever this devil energy is. It feels like a rival. But the thing is, sometimes it's not a bad thing to encounter someone who has that kind of jealousy toward us, because it served a purpose for Cancerian. If this individual threw a couple barbs Cancerian's way, all because they were really hoping Cancerian would continue to play small, it had the reverse effect. It might have accelerated Cancerian's need to like step back up, reclaim their place as somebody who's, what do you mean? I'm attractive. I'm single. If I feel like dating, I'll date. I'm not insecure. I just haven't been ready to date anyone. So now that you've insulted me, or now that you've told me that I'm, mousy or I'm not very attractive, let me show you what I really am. And I think that was good. It pushed Cancerian just a little faster. This is, I said at the beginning, they came across as spicy. So I'm thinking somebody subtly insulted Cancerian somehow, and that made them be like, really? Let me show you. Let me show you. Since you seem to not know me, let me show you what I can really do. This is a hold my beer kind of moment. The only thing is, it it's more like Cancerian realized that they were playing their life too small. They weren't letting anybody in. They weren't letting anybody see the real them. So we want to say thank you to that devil. And the devil always serves a purpose, right? It's always something that either it helps us identify our own traits, or it helps us identify traits in others, and all of that helps us gain better understanding and sometimes motivates us. And in this case, it motivated Cancerian to change gears, to change their energy. We got a Knight of Cups and we got a Six of Coins. Here's the thing. No matter how many people are coming toward Cancerian at this point in time, now that they're allowing themselves to be seen, now that they are coming out of their shell, now that they are ready to be, flirtatious and sexy, Cancerian is still somebody who's looking for one thing that's for real, one thing that really seems like it could go the distance. There is one out of the many that will be approaching Cancerian probably over the next several months, I would guess. I don't think Cancerian is going to make some snap decision about like, okay, out of this crowded, party of people, let's see, there's 16 of you here that have all kind of made googly eyes at me. You're the one. I'm going to have a long-term relationship with you. I don't think it's going to be that smooth. This is more like in the grand scope of things. Cancerian's vibe is, I'm open for business. I'm single and ready to mingle again. Ultimately, there's going to be more than one person that could be a nice fit, but I'm looking for somebody who has long-term staying potential. They will find it. It might be, over the course of the next 6 months. The big message here is that Cancerian has changed their vibe. They are already on a voyage, but they are looking very different than the way they did previously. This is a Cancerian that needed to get a little pep in their step. They needed to have somebody push them to get to bring sexy back. They needed some Justin Timberlake in their life. That's like the perfect anthem for this. But it's so funny because the person who kind of like pushed that button, the sexy button, was whoever was a little jealous of them. So thank you to the devil, because you really helped Cancerian like bump up their energy. And I think it's great because it's putting them back out there, and it's making them, that Wheel of Fortune is in the upright because somebody was in a bit of a slump. I feel like somebody was in turtle mode for a little bit, right? I was in my shell. And maybe I did need to come out of that shell and strut a little bit. Cancerian's a catch. They deserve to be with somebody amazing. But for a while, they were just kind of doing their own thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. But this Cancerian is way too amazing to not share that life with somebody else. But they'll meet somebody pretty amazing. It looks like they've got a Six of Pentacles coming up. So, guys, that's what I am going to go ahead and leave this one here. Thank you so much. HASRVIM, so good to see you twice. Carissa, you're awesome. Thanks for being here. Hey, Rosie. Thank you, Melissa. You guys are so fun. Thanks again, Breadcraft. All right, you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. I've got a few other zodiacs. I had tried to get to videos all week long, and it was just such a struggle. And I was like, let me carve out some time on Saturday and hopefully on Sunday also. So I'll see you guys a little bit later on for a few more zodiacs that I still haven't completed yet. And then we'll do a few other bonuses. All right, take care. Bye for now, guys.